It's been 3 years since Formula 1 raced in Melbourne, but this weekend the Australian Grand Prix is back, and on a newly remodelled Albert Park track. The drivers got their first taste of the modified circuit, which has had a number of corners widened and the chicane in Sector 2 removed, in first practice on Friday. And it was the new Turn 3, which is now 4 metres wider, that proved the trickiest part to get right, with a host of drivers struggling with lockups as running got underway. Lewis Hamilton, who's been on pole here for the last 6 races in a row, but was off the pace in Saudi Arabia, was one of the drivers who struggled to slow his Mercedes for the reworked corner. He was far from the only one, with Fernando Alonso also locking up and running wide, though the Alpine driver had bigger problems at the other end of the track, with a snap of oversteer forcing him into a spin at turn 11. Kevin Magnussen missed the media sessions on Friday morning through illness, but he made it to the track in time for practice, and no sooner had he completed his first lap when he too locked up and took to the gravel at turn 3. Carlos Sainz had the same issue, just moments after Guan Yu Zhou felt the Spaniard had blocked him on track.
What is he doing? Fully blocked me.
Though the Ferrari driver's helmet cam showed just how much their car is still suffering from the porpoising effect. He also had to use all his skills to avoid hitting the wall after turn 2 on a late run, though none of that could stop him from going quickest of all, as championship leaders Ferrari began to flex their muscles. Sainz's teammate Charles Leclerc was untroubled by turn 3, but had a big slide at turn 1. Just a few moments after he'd pumped in a quick lap that was ultimately good enough for second fastest. Both Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen were quickly on the pace, despite part of Perez's car being knocked off at the final corner, forcing Esteban Ocon to take late, avoiding action before the session was red flagged and a marshal dispatched to collect it. That wasn't the only trouble the Red Bulls were causing, with George Russell twice complaining on the radio of being blocked by them during the session.
Whoa, that Red Bull was in a dangerous spot there. These Red Bulls are getting in the way everywhere.
This race marks the beginning of Sebastian Vettel's season, after he was forced to miss the opening 2 rounds due to COVID. But he hit trouble with 15 minutes left on the clock, when his Aston Martin stopped out on track, causing the second red flag of the day.
I've got an issue with the engine.
Copy what he's looking. Go to cool for now, you're clear behind.
Normal power, forget it, it's gone.
So, in an ominous sign for Ferrari's rivals, it's Sainz who finished the session top of the charts, followed by Leclerc. Perez and Verstappen were 3rd and 4th, followed by Lando Norris in an encouraging P5 for McLaren. Ocon was 6th for Alpine, ahead of Hamilton and Daniel Ricciardo, with Alonso and Valtteri Bottas rounding out the top 10. P11 for Yuki Tsunoda, with Russell 12th, ahead of Vettel, Pierre Gasly and Zhou. Lance Stroll was 16th, followed by Alex Albon and Magnussen, with Nicholas Latifi and Mick Schumacher 19th and 20th.